Make a chocolate raspberry mousse cake today. There it is. That's what I'm making. Hopefully. Hope that'll work out. I have never made a mousse cake before. So this needs to set for a few hours. So while it is setting, I am going to make a Swiss beer bread. And I'm gonna make some sausage and cheddar muffins for our dinner. So let me get started with this. First step is just making the brownie. Making the brownies. All right. Ah, my scale. That is what I forgot. All right. So for the brownie base, I believe we will be doing the melting method. Yes. So I'm gonna put all the dry ingredients together. Then I'm going to melt the butter and add it to sugar. Yep, okay. First things first, dry ingredients. Tear that, drink some water. And I'm gonna do my flour. So I'm going for 94.5 grams. Should be around a cup. 96, close enough. All right. So then I'm just gonna tear it after each one. So next is cocoa powder time. So I'm not making a very big brownie batch because this is just, all I need is the base layer of the chocolate mousse cake. So I don't actually need very much. So making a quite small brownie. So this is gonna be 57 grams of cocoa. So this chocolate mousse cake shouldn't be too bad to make. The hardest part is getting the gelatin right and making sure it sets. So we'll see if I can get that going today. There we go. All right, so that's cocoa, half teaspoon salt. Okay. See what my teaspoon drawer is looking like these days. There we go. Half teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt. It doesn't really matter. Half teaspoon of baking powder. And then I stir all my dry ingredients right up together. Go. All right, so all that's left is butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla. Hey, Marvel Indy. First time watching from your phone. Yeah, watching from the phone usually goes okay. I find the chat sometimes freezes, but you can actually like decrease the size of the video, and you can do other things. It actually has a pretty decent like overlay app. I watch from my phone sometimes when I'm at work. I'll just have my phone up. Powder. How are you doing today? It was supposed to be a horrible rainy weekend, but it's really pretty out, but also very, very windy and cold. But very pretty and windy and cold. All right, I'm gonna put in my sugar. 220 grams. So let's do 220 grams. This is gonna have a lot of sugar in it. Each layer. 218, so close. 220. All right. This is gonna wait on the side, as is my vanilla. All right, let's do the hard part. Well, I guess it's not really hard. Let's melt butter. Well, I suppose I could melt it just in a microwave. I am very lazy. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in a microwave. I don't feel like getting my pan dirty. Okay, so I need quite a bit of butter. So I'm doing 113.4 grams. That's like about a stick of butter. And I'm doing brownie. So like with some brownie mix, you can use oil. But in this case, I'm using melted butter rather than oil. I think this is going to be pretty close. Oh, nope, that's 160. We need 114. Okay, let's try this one. 148. I'm not so good with my molecular weight of butter. Clearly, I'm quite off on what a gram of butter looks like. 118. So, cut that off. 114. Perfect. Okay. I got there in the end. All right. I'm going to microwave this. Gonna cut it up, and then I'm going to microwave this. Making my base layer for my chocolate mousse cake. This chocolate mousse cake, first bit is just to make the brownie base. Once I make the brownie base, I'm going to start working on the chocolate mousse, vanilla mousse, and raspberry mousse because I want 3 different mousse layers. Then I'm going to stack them on top of each other and set it in the freezer to set real fast. And while it's in the freezer, I'm going to use the time to make some dinner. I'm thinking some pulled pork empanadas and some brownie base and some beer Swiss cheese bread. So that's my plans for today, and you are all more than welcome to hang out for as long as you like and check it out. How you doing today, Colonel Dupes? Dupes is the best. Oh, so no, okay. All right, Newt did the dupes. It should, and Ryan's here. How you doing, Ryan? I'm finally getting a chance to use my fancy pan. I'm so excited for. I got one of these, I don't know what they're called, but it's for making fancy mousse cakes with gelatin, and it's gonna feel very British. How are you doing today, Ryan? Anything cool? Anything exciting? I've got some melted butter. That's exciting. Everyone loves melted butter. I don't know a single person that doesn't like melted butter. I know Newt, Ryan, Dupes. We've got Marvel. We've got everybody. It's like a party. All right. So, I'm about to make the best thing ever. Butter and sugar. Because if you thought Just butter was bad for you. Wait until you double its mass in sugar. Just chilling, having a good day. It is so pretty out here. I can see fresh snow on the mountains. It's sunny. It's freezing out, but it's very pretty to look at. Are you planning any more streams, Ryan? It's kind of crazy. Do you already got all 50 you need, right? For affiliate? You got crazy fast. Your second stream, you were already there. It's really amazing. I think you and Dupes are both doing some Mario right now, Mario 64. Mixing in my sugar. Okay, let me make sure I know what I'm doing. Add sugar and stir until combined. It is combined. Add eggs one at a time and whisk in. All right. I can do that. So, surprisingly nice, but supposed to storm in a few hours. Aw, goodbye, nice day. Yes, my parents went hiking, Dupes. They're out in Delaware-ish areas. They went hiking today. It looks nice out. They're definitely having a nice warm day. Ryan is going to be a Twitch partner before... Yeah, based on his rates of follower gains, I think Ryan's going to be a Twitch partner before stream 10 for sure. Stream 5 if he's really pushing it. He's going to be, we thought Newt was successful, but Ryan's going to be the next big thing. So I'm just adding these eggs one at a time. Then I'm going to put in the vanilla, then stir in all the dry, and that is as easy as brownies are. Like, making a brownie mix is super easy. I also don't judge anyone who buys brownie mix. I actually really like the brownie mix from Costco, the Ghirardelli one. I mean, it's so good. Like, the quality of chocolate, it's cheaper to just buy that brownie mix when it's on sale than to make it yourself. If you want to make your brownie mix taste better, you can always replace the oil with butter, melted butter. And you can add extra eggs, like an extra egg yolk. And no one will know you have box mixed brownie. Yeah. Which one's going to be Amaranth, though? Better be Ryan. I don't know if Newt could pull off some of those outfits. And we really don't have space for a hot tub in our condo. That's for sure. And Newt can be Amaranth. Oh, man. Well, I guess we're going to have to, like, get rid of my home office, turn that into a hot tub area. It's the only option. We do have, like, maybe we could set up space to do VR, and then we could play Beat Saber. I feel like that'd be fun. Newt doing, because I've seen Amaranth do Beat Saber. So, Newt can do that. Scrapey scrape. All right. This is my beautiful brownie mix. I have not put any chocolate chips or anything in it because I kind of want the cake to be smooth. If I was just making brownies for eating, at this point I would put in chocolate chip chunks. But in this case, I just want a nice, smooth brownie layer. Getting my daily workout in. I actually went on a very short bike ride, so that was kind of my daily workout. I'm getting my second daily workout in. That's too much. Look how beautiful this is. This is some beautiful brownie batter. Beautiful and shiny. When you mix in the butter and it's nice and combined with the sugar, as soon as you start adding the eggs, it should get shiny. Alright, I'm actually going to line the bottom of this pan with parchment paper so that when I dump it upside down, it'll just come out nice and easy. Here is what I'm doing. I'm going to do my best to cut a circle. I'm not very good at cutting circles. They're hard. Circles are hard. And I will stand by that. Oh no. My arts and crafts skills. Whatever, circles are the hardest shape. They are very hard. Oh, exciting-ish news. I've convinced one of my friends to let me make them a wedding cake. So I'm gonna be practicing making wedding cakes. Does that count as I think that counts as exciting, right? So I'm gonna get to practice making some really fancy cakes coming up. I'll have an actual occasion to make a fancy cake for. So I am excited about that. Yeah, thanks, Dupes. Yeah, I'm planning to make two cakes, a groom's cake and a bride's cake. So I'm going to go for like two very completely different styles. All right. I'm getting there on this circle thing. Let's circle back up. Try it again. Yeah. So it's gonna be. It'll be nice. As long as they also like my cake design, it'll be cool. Otherwise, it's pressure, you know. If they don't like it, then you would feel very bad. They'd hate their own cake at their wedding. Ooh, wow, this is some thick boy. All right, let's get all this batter out. For the first time in my life, I remembered to preheat my oven, so that's gonna go in. Yeah, for the fancy cakes, I'm gonna get like a fondant stamp so I can make like some really cool lace designs and stuff. And I'm gonna see how fancy I can go. So I'm gonna probably make some practice like cupcakes or small cakes just to try the decorating techniques. And then I'll have to make a couple different cake flavors for them to try. You know, like a little cake tasting thing. That'll be kind of fun. Just do the whole thing. Make it a whole experience. I mean, also it's exciting that they're getting married, but really it's all about the cake. Okay, so this isn't going to take very long in the oven. Ooh. Because it is very thick and it is very small. So this is just my little tiny brownie layer. That's going to be a little hard to smooth out. Let's see what I can do. No, stop, smooth, smooth. It's thick brownies. I want this nice and dense. It is the base of my mousse. So. Okay. Yeah, I keep trying to convince people at my work that they should tell me about special events so I can make them baked goods for it. Because I want to make all the good baked goods, and having an event to make it for just makes it better. Also, it's like an excuse to make a certain type, right? Like if you're doing like a gender reveal or something, you could do different techniques to make that cake. Okay, this doesn't have to be perfectly smooth either because I'm going to pour the mousse on it while it's still liquidy, so it'll fill in any holes. So that should be good. Let's get that off. Use up this batter. Okay. I'm happy with that. It's going in the oven for about 15 minutes. I will check it. It is a brownie. It might take a little longer because it's so dense. We will see. Have a little more. Have a little more. All right, see you around, dupes. That tastes delicious. It is just pure chocolate. Best type of brownie batter. All right, I'm just gonna clean everything off. Get ready to make the mousse. I only have the one whisk really, which makes this kind of difficult. All right, so 442 brownies are in the oven. I'm gonna have to start on my mousse. So the most difficult mousse is gonna be the raspberry. So by layer though, I'm doing brownie, and then I'm going to do the dark chocolate, and then I'm gonna do the raspberry, and then I'm gonna do vanilla mousse. So I guess I will start with the most simple mousse first, which is just going to be regular chocolate mousse. Let's make that. If I ever clean my bowl. If you don't clean the brownie batter off like immediately, it really hardens onto your pan. So I am not making a traditional mousse because traditional mousses you need to use egg whites. And since I don't have pasteurized egg whites, I don't want to use egg whites. Let's see. Clean this, clean this. All right. Whew. All right. I'm going to need, got this prepared. Acetate, I'll probably just use wax paper on it. I do have acetate. I could use it. Let's see. This is only 3-inch. The cake is 4 inches. It's a little rough. I should be able to make it work. Let me check out my acetate. So this is acetate. It's a cake collar, basically. You go around here on the inside, and it keeps your mousse cakes from sticking. I've never used it, but I see it on the Great British Baking Show all the time, so let's give it a try. Let's see if we can do this. I feel like a lot of the difficult baking techniques is really just difficult to own equipment, right? Like, not a lot of people buy cake collar acetate, which does make it really hard to make a mousse cake if you don't have anything to hold it in place. Let's see. Want it long enough. Got little stickers, also tape. There we go. Sticky, sticky. Alright. So this is gonna go around a pan. It's gonna be on the inside, I'm just measuring it on the outside. Alright. So I'll cut it. It's gonna give me about an extra inch of height, which is nice. There we go. Pack this back up. So this is for making those, you know, like if you go into a fancy patisserie place, they'll have all sorts of cake wrapped up in this. If you're making the small mousse cakes or the Asian style mousse cakes, you need this. It's no longer just nice to have. It kind of becomes necessary at a certain point. So, all right. Take this, stretch it out. There we go. That is prepared. Put this away. I'm gonna start on that chocolate mousse. Okay, so this, like I said, this isn't real mousse. This is wannabe fake mousse. I'm not going to use egg whites since they're not pasteurized, and I want to keep this from getting anyone sick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a whole bunch of semi-sweet chocolate. I'm going to add some heavy cream, a little salt, and then I'm going to do a gelatin and a water mix. So the gelatin and the water is what's going to give it its texture. The heavy cream I'm actually going to make whipped cream with, so I will set up my mixing bowl over back there so it's not as loud. I'm just going to blend up that heavy cream. I should have enough heavy cream. I had a little left over and I had bought a new one today. I should have plenty. So I'm basically making whipped cream, and then I'm going to fold it in with melted chocolate, and then I'm going to combine that with powdered gelatin. So let's set up to make that. Alright. So I'm just going to do it back here because of the noise factor. My mixing bowl is very loud. It needs to be oiled or something. It's sad about its life. All right. Going to make just about the same thing 3 times, but with different fillings. So I'm gonna start with the dark chocolate because it's probably the easiest, and then I will do the vanilla, I guess, and then I'll do the raspberry because the raspberry is going to be the most difficult. So let's see what these directions say. Melt some of my cream. Pour into a large bowl to let cool. Okay. Prepare gelatin. All right, I've never actually made a gelatin chocolate mousse, but I'm here to learn and to practice. So let's learn and practice. All right, I have this big old bar of Belgian chocolate, so I'm gonna use this. I need, how many grams? I need 255 grams. I'm not gonna have enough, that's okay. I have other chocolate. What are we drinking? I am very boring. I am drinking some acai fruit juice mixed with the like bubble seltzer water, the Soda Stream. It does look alcoholic, but it's just fruit juice and sparkling water, and it's delicious. It's what I make Newt a lot too. It's just very refreshing. Yeah, 255. I guess I ate just a little bit too much of this chocolate. That's all right. I've got some store brand. It is good. It's great. I really like it. I'm not a big alcohol person. Like, I like cooking with beer. I'm just not like a huge fan of the taste. Where I live, people are a little judgmental. I live in like a really big brewery area. It's kind of like, I don't enjoy drinking, so I don't. Which people have trouble with. You like your casual IPAs? Yeah, Newt likes his casual IPAs. He's not a huge drinker either, but he does enjoy the taste of a beer occasionally. So he will go ahead and have that. All right, 3/4 cup of cream. The only alcohol I really like is I like the super sours. I like the lambics. Make sure this is still good. It smells good-ish. 1/4. 2/4. And 3/4 cream. Have to wash them out. All right, and I need to add a pinch of salt. When recipes say a pinch of salt, it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't know why they say a pinch of salt instead of 1/8 of a teaspoon, but they do. Man, always too much. All right, this is going in the microwave. So it's just chocolate chunks, cream, salt. So I'm gonna do 30 seconds. I'm gonna stir, and then I'll do 30 seconds. Somehow I got brownie mix on my spatula. It happens. Okay. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Reading my instructions. Hey, thanks, Sir Newt. Subscribing to me. Very friendly of you. Thanks for the subscribe, Sir Newt. It is my first affiliate stream. I haven't set up anything. I haven't come up with a name for my coins. Thanks, CRV. I appreciate it. I have just made affiliate, which is... Hey, Ryan, thanks for subbing. You don't have to do that. I do. It's very nice of you. Very supportive. Very kind. I'm just happy if you guys are here and having a good time. Oh, Hype Train CRB, thank you so much. You guys are being so friendly. Now I get to feel how Dupes felt when we like ran a massive hype train on him. I feel like I said that wrong. Don't clip that. Don't. So I take that back. No one has run a hype train on Dupes. Oh man.
Let's clip this, and when Dupes comes back, go, Dupes, hey, check this out.
Oh no, don't tell Dupes. But yeah, I made it to affiliate, and it's because you guys were being supportive when you won. Yes. I guess you weren't on that train. Yes. Yeah. Too bad Dupes left for a bit. Oh, thanks, guys. Though, I really appreciate your support. I hope one day next year I can apply for the Great Canadian Break Show next March, and I'll get to show off my portfolio I made. And it's all because, I really like you guys supporting me and being around and hanging out while I make ridiculous cakes. They're gonna get more ridiculous. The cakes will get more ridiculous. I bought a European style cookbook, so we will make all the crazy. Hey, Newt.
What's messy over here?
Come say hi.
Oh.
Because I feel awkward.
Hey, guys.
I've got to melt this chocolate in. Is it messy over here? This is just how I live. Okay, this is going in. This is going in. I probably should have chopped up my chocolate a little finer. I did the absolutely zero effort approach.
True.
Alright, for the next set, I will...
That is chocolate, isn't it?
This is chocolate. Okay, let me try whisking.
Yeah, I think
I need to whisk.
maybe that's the way to go.
Anyway, I need to set up my affiliate stuff. What do you think I should... What should I make my channel points?
I don't know, that's tough. I came up, my idea is pretty weird, so I don't know. Maybe come up with a better idea.
Cookies?
Cookies, yeah.
It could be cookies.
Yeah, some baking related thing. Cookies are common.
Cookies are good.
And they're circular, kind of like a channel point.
They are. I think I'm going to draw my own emotes, and I'm going to make them a really happy muffin. Things like that.
That could be pretty cute,
It'd be pretty cute.
Yeah. I haven't seen muffins with humanoid muffins with
A human muffin that's like super excited to like exist.
I haven't seen that before.
It's like, eat me. So I'm like, there we go. This is going in. It's so crazy how like chocolate, like it was just not going in and then suddenly it goes in and it's totally smooth and perfect. Like that's just kind of how ganache works. And if you make it too hot, it'll get grainy and gross. So ganache is really weird. I'm following this recipe. Normally when I'm making ganache, I would actually heat it on the stove, the cream, and then pour the hot cream on the chocolate and melt it a little slower because there's less risk. Hey, you gifted one to Sir Newt. Thanks. Sir Newt gifted one to Dupes. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for doing that. So supportive. Dupes will come back. He'll be confused. But he's just a little white cat. He's easily confused. He will. Let's see. This should taste good. It does taste good. It's going to be a very dark chocolate mousse. Super dark chocolate. Hey, Hanana. How's it going? Cute little... I don't know what butts those belong to, but they're very cute. I'm making a mousse cake. It's my first affiliate stream. I'm having a good time. I've got brownies in the oven. I'm gonna make this very fancy mousse cake that I have been wanting to make for a very long time. I just haven't been able to because I didn't own the proper equipment. But I went to a fancy cake store and I bought little acetate for cake collars, and I bought a fancy cake pan. So now I'm all set to make mousse cakes. So I've got some super dark chocolate here. And I'm going to prepare my gelatin. So I'm going to mix gelatin and cold water together. So how are you doing today, Hanana? I hope you're doing well. It's a nice Saturday. All right, so it requires 2 hours in the refrigerator, 28 grams. I think that's 2 teaspoons. Contains the equivalent of 1 tablespoon. Ooh, okay. How many teaspoons are in a tablespoon? You're like, I don't know.
This is why the metric system. Well, actually, I don't know. Is teaspoons and tablespoons even English system?
No, they use mils. Use milliliters. Studying and procrastinating.
Right.
Nice.
Right?
What are you studying for, Hanana? I don't miss studying. That part of my life is finally done with. How many years was I in school? Forever? I mean, do you count outside of high school? I think I was
Graduated when you were 30.
I did. I graduated at 30.
You haven't been out for very long.
CPA. Oh, like a tax accountant. Oh, nice. Just in time for the absolute busiest seasons for CPAs. Although in Canada, it's not due literally forever. Yes. Oh, studying constantly. All the studying in grad school. And I'm doing 2 tablespoons of cold water into my 2 teaspoons of gelatin. It's for any accountant? Oh, not just tax accountant. Hey, Duke's got his gift sub. Newt. One tablespoon. Hey, Colonel Dupes, thank you for the cheer. I didn't even show you anything tasty, and you're cheering already. I'm trying to make some food worthy of cheers. I'm blossoming my gelatin. So, if you've ever read that in a recipe, that's what this is. I am blossoming gelatin. It's just gelatin powder with some water. It gets kind of thick and weird looking. Hey! Wow, it's really easy to get a hype train when you have no affiliate points.
I'm not sure how it works.
I think it's related.
Honestly.
I think it's based on I think it's based on like percentage points would be my guess. I don't know. Thank you so much, Dupes, for your support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being in all my other streams, helping me get to the 50. And Hananan as well. Hanana, I know you sent over Croc, and that's what pushed me over the 50, so that was awesome of you. Everyone's awesome in this community. All right. Microwave bowl of gelatin for 15 seconds. Whisk melted gelatin and chocolate together.
I think that turtle thing was the hype train emote. And
The turtle? Oh, the
So-
turtle's so cute.
so after the hype train left, it's like, share that you were part of the hype train or whatever, and that's the message. Choo choo with the turtle.
I like it. Choo choo. I like it.
Yeah, it was funny.
Wait, do I get the turtle?
I'm
I'm gonna have to make a hype train on Dupes' channel again.
not sure. I think only supporters of the like. I don't think the broadcaster gets it.
Well, understandable. Alright, so I gotta microwave my gelatin for 15 seconds. Dupes, it was awkward when you weren't here. I was talking about you in the hype train, except I said it in very unfortunate terms. Very unfortunate.
I didn't clip it.
Alright, boiling gelatin. So now that it's hot, it's a liquid. Before it was hot, it was that cool looking gelatin. Just gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna whisk this into my chocolate. I said that it was awkward, and I was like, oh man, this feels like when we ran that hype train on Dupes. Running the train on Dupes. And yes, you know, unfortunate phrasing. Is that a thing we're still doing? I don't think we're still doing phrasing. We don't need to do phrasing here. Yeah, exactly, Dupes. But yes, you clearly you handle the pressure very nicely, very well. You handle your phrasing quite well. I'm still working on it. Look at this beautiful chocolate, though. I can distract people with gorgeous dark chocolate ganache, and then no one will remember what I said. Look at that. So good. Okay, so now I need to whip up a cup of heavy cream. This is nice looking chocolate. Very nice looking. and still tastes like chocolate despite the gelatin. Gelatin shouldn't really affect anything, but if you add too much, it does mess with the texture, which I don't want. All right. So I'm doing 1 cup of heavy cream into my giant mixing bowl. Let's see. What are you up to today, dupes, on this? I feel like I asked you that already, but you said it was a nice day. Good thing I bought another thing of heavy cream. I'm going to turn this beautiful Belgian chocolate into a Belgian chocolate mousse. Splatter myself with cream. Oh, all right. And my brownies are baking nicely. So, cup. Put this here. All right. So this is just going to get whipped. The only risk with making your own whipped cream is if you go too much, you accidentally make your own butter. But I am not patient enough for that, so this should be fine. Trying to get some chores done, but you get distracted by this Twitch affiliate streamer. Aw, thanks. Well, I mean, not that I'm sorry to be distracting you, but also it's from chores, so you're welcome. You are welcome for that. Alright, so raspberry puree. I'm actually going to use some fresh raspberries. Puree this up. 180 grams. I'm going to do white chocolate. I'm going to do heavy cream again. So basically the exact same thing. White chocolate, raspberry, heavy cream, microwave it. Cool. I can handle that. I like all your emotes. Everyone has the best emotes. Let me check on the brownies too. They're getting there. So you can tell with your brownies, they pull away from the edge when they're done. And they kind of start cracking on the top. So I'm just making whipped cream. You kind of see the mixer. It's trying real hard. We have to fold half of the whipped cream with the chocolate and then fold in the very last bit at the end. Do I want pink food coloring? This is the real question. I think I do. I want pink food coloring. I want my mousse to be very pink. It is making me some whipped cream. All right. Brownie layer, mousse layer, another mousse layer, another mousse layer. Almost there, almost there. I think I'm going to use this bigger bowl. I might use the biggest bowl. Yeah, I'll use this one. I'll use this one. Will work. Open this up. Wow, my mixer is so loud. It's just like over the top noise. Okay. So we've got our mixing bowl of cream. Keep tripping on my carpet. All right. I'm gonna take half of this. I'm gonna mix it in with the chocolate, and then I'm gonna do the other half and mix it in with the chocolate. Let's begin. Okay. So the only thing I'm using my mixer for today is making whipped cream. All sorts of whipped cream. Guess I could have made slightly stiffer. Oh well. And then in goes my chocolate. Hope I don't have it too hot still. If it's too hot, it'll kind of melt the whipped cream, so let's hope that's not happening. It didn't feel hot. Yeah, it's room temperature, it's fine. So just kind of folding that in. I guess next time, for my next mousse layer, I'll make my whipped cream a little stiffer. This is pretty thin. It is making it rather nice color though. What does the instruction say? Am I supposed to be folding? Am I supposed to be keeping this air? Gently fold in, yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna need to let this cool down even more, and I'm gonna need to get those brownies out of the oven. They are the next important part. The brownies is the base of it all, so I'm gonna have to get that going. Let's get the rest of this cream in here. Yeah, so for my next layer, I'm gonna make my whipped cream a little bit stiffer. I keep tripping on my carpet. Okay. And fold this in. I mean, it kind of looks like a mousse. Kind of just looks like very chocolate pudding. Either way, delicious. Yeah, I'm worried it's not quite enough structure. So yeah, for the next layer, I'm definitely doing more time for the whipping cream. Try to whip those peaks up to very stiff. It should be okay. It's just, it might be a little dense, that's all. Should be okay though. And let me check on my brownie. Let's see, too thick. Oh, that's good, okay. All right, so So this is my brownie layer. It's just dark chocolate brownie. I gotta get this cooling as fast as possible because I don't want to be making this forever. I want to be making a savory muffins and stuff. I want to be making my Swiss cheese beer bread while I'm waiting for this stuff to set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off an area here. I'm going to put the brownie upside down on it, and I'm going to cut out the size I need using this, and that'll help it cool down a little faster. All right. I mean, I could put it in the refrigerator. I just don't have any space in my refrigerator right now. Zero space in the fridge. So, I did put woo! Hey, Eurovision, thanks for the follow. It's very friendly of you. Is this your first time hanging out? I am making a nice chocolate raspberry mousse right now. And I'm happy to have you along. How are you doing today? Oh, I do need this actually. So I think for setting my cake, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it in a pan, a regular flat pan. Just so that I can move it in and out of the refrigerator and the freezer fast. So I'm going to take this, and I'm actually just going to keep this on here, and I am gonna flip it like this. Ooh. All right, that broke my brownies. Hey, the little hand pan. Nice, Dupes, nice. Who wouldn't be a hand pan? Hand's the best name. Hananan agrees. Hanana. All right. This is like the type of brownie you'd have on the bottom of a ice cream cone. It is very pure chocolate. So what I'm going to do is cut it, actually. So this is kind of like a big old cookie cutter. I'm jamming this down. New, would you like some nice brownie bits?
Brownie bits?
Yeah. Delicious edge of a brownie. And I'm gonna pop the rest of this into the freezer. So there we go. It's delicious. I mean, it's chocolate. How could it not be?
Yeah, I'll have a bit.
Here you go.
Ooh, that's a big one.
I think these are good brownies. All right, so this is the base of my cake. What is happening here? Why is this folded? I guess it doesn't matter. This will be fine. Okay. It'll be a little more difficult to move. All future me will have that problem. So I've got enough brownie left over for a ice cream sundae bowl. This set, so it's a bottomless pan. I've cut the brownie to size. I'm going to pop it in the freezer. Ooh, hot. All right. Let's see, I'm gonna need to unfortunate. I do have a very large freezer and I don't tend to use it, so I just gotta clean off the top. Perfect. You don't need your drawers in your freezer anyway. Yeah, I had some cranberry compote I made a long time ago. Don't need that anymore. All right, so we've made the chocolate. Next up is raspberry. So I love raspberries. So I always buy double so I can eat half, bake with half. All right, there we go. Put this down, pop that up. All right, so I'm going to do 180 grams of raspberries. And I'm not going to use a blender. Well, I'm going to use an immersion blender. So let's go for 180 grams. Should get some of the more ripe ones. It's unfortunate raspberries are out of season right now, but they'll be back in season soon. And we're going 140. I think this is like a 200 gram pack, so 180 will be almost all of it. Okay, that looks good. Saving the rest to decorate the top with, because I'm really working on my show, because usually my bakes are ugly, so I'm really working hard to make them pretty. All right. This is going to blend up. Just chop up my berries. I'm going to make a puree that can get added to white chocolate. Melt that down. Let's see. Ooh. Raspberry puree. I love raspberries. I feel like I've mentioned before, but it's true. So I think I'm going to run this through a sieve. I just don't want all the seeds in, so I'm going to put it through a sieve. Okay. Immersion blenders are great. So fast, so easy. Okay, I need another bowl. Good thing I have a billion bowls. So what we're taking here is we are going to do 255 grams of white chocolate. I've got a whole bunch of white chocolate, so hopefully I have enough. It's going to be very sweet, but that's half the fun. Okay, that's 70 grams. Yeah, I'll have enough. Nothing worse than running out of ingredients. $217. Okay. And $250. $255. So this is my white chocolate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this raspberry puree through a sieve, combine it with the white chocolate. My mousse is still pretty. Always check to see if things are still pretty. All right. I've just kind of got this little, it's not the best, but it works. I don't like all the raspberry, because I love raspberry, so. Kind of obnoxious. All right. Might be difficult to go through. Let's see. Use this. I should probably get a strainer with a larger mesh. I don't need it that fine, I just don't want the seeds. But this is what I have, so it'll work. Just gonna have to stir it through. It's kind of like when I'm doing cell cultures, honestly. I do like the exact same thing with tissue prep. When I'm isolating cells types. So much in common between biology and cooking. Except this is delicious and not organs. All right, pushing this through. Probably gonna throw out all these seeds and then do the next full one through. I'm just trying to get most of the liquid out. So these raspberries aren't in season, which means they're not going to have the most flavor, which is kind of unfortunate. But they'll be okay. A little bit of I have strawberry extract, so I could use some extract to try to build up the flavor a little more, but I might just accept it. This is my first time making a mousse cake, so I should probably follow instructions and not try to change it. When I make my own, I can play around with flavors and changing ratios and see what happens. But probably for the first bake, I should just do what they say to do. Okay. Push this through. My husband's playing Stardew Valley in the background, and the music's very, very chill while I'm stirring this. Let's see. It's going. It's going. Okay, so then I will add some cream to here, and then again I will melt some cream. I will melt some gelatin, and I will combine. Okay. Scrape the bottom, get all that juicy puree. Should be good. All right. All right. Beautiful. For sure, beautiful. All right. So we are on to. Oh man. This is gonna be a long day. Putting in a little salt. And let's see. I am at the half cup of cream. Okay. I need to clean this slightly. Because I'm gonna need to use my whisk. So let's start it. Need a quarter cup. Oh, actually, no, I need a half cup. Half cup in here will be fine. So this is melting chocolate, so it actually, it doesn't need to be as high of a temperature, which makes it really good for this. So, some nice cream, some nice raspberries. There. So this I'm going to microwave. Not going to microwave it for the whole minute unless I get my hand stuck in chocolate, in which case I might. But I don't want to risk burning white chocolate. White chocolate will burn because it's not technically chocolate at all. It is pure sugar. See how it's doing? Are you feeling hot? I think it's feeling hot. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna melt this in. It's my very strange method of whisking. Just like stir whisking. It needs more time in the microwave. Actually, I don't think it's going to even need food dye. It's going to be nice. Well, no, the whipped cream will lighten it quite a bit. Maybe I will do a little bit of food dye just to make it slightly prettier. All right. Let's see, that should be enough. Okay. Stir it in. The chocolate melts, it should. Want it to turn into the ganache. If it doesn't turn into a ganache, your ratios are wrong. So let's hope my ratios aren't wrong. Seems a little liquidy. A little bit concerned that I might have added too much of the puree. Guess it can be a little thin. Should kind of be thicker though. I mean, we're using gelatin, so it should probably be okay. Questionable. So I have some raspberry extract. I'm just gonna put a half teaspoon of raspberry extract in because I don't think my puree was very flavorful because my berries weren't very flavorful. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of flavor with this. Also, I love raspberries, so I really want a strong raspberry flavor to come through. And if your berries aren't giving you the flavor on their own, just use extract. It smells like raspberry. So I'm gonna be cautious, just a little half teaspoon. With extracts, you gotta be careful because some of them have kind of a weird aftertaste. So you wanna make sure you don't go too much with the extract. Because it can make it taste weird. I don't have a pink, so I'm gonna do purple. So it's gonna kind of look like a blackberry cake maybe? But at least it'll be a fun color. Let's see, purple and blue. Does that make pink? No, purple and red. Newt's judging me. All I have is yellow. I could add a little yellow to my purple.
I'm not judging you because I have no freaking idea.
I'm gonna add a little yellow to my purple. I think that'll make it more pink.
It's got to.
It's got to. It's got to. All right. And while that's happening, I'm going to start blending up a cup of whipped cream to make whipped cream to fold in. Oh man, I hope I have enough whipped cream. I forgot how much I was going to be using for this. Whip it real good. All right. Let's see what color purple and orange makes. I'm hoping pink. I'm hoping pink. It's pink. Yeah, that's pink. Ish. It's totally pink. 100% pink. Alright, let me get my gelatin going. I need 2 teaspoons, so please. That is whisking, it's trying its best. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons of gelatin, 2 tablespoons of water. Is this less? I hope it's less. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Questionable if I will have enough heavy cream. But I'm hoping so. Okay. I need 2 teaspoons. I'm going to combine these. L'original gelatine. Mode d'emploi. Okay. I'm making myself 1 container of gelatin. There we go. 2 teaspoons. Oh, 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. Okay, and then 2 tablespoons. Let's go in 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. All right. And mix this all up. Ooh. Okay. And I'm microwaving this for 20 seconds. All right, whipped cream is done. I don't want to turn into whipped butter. All right, gelatin is in solution. So crazy how like just a little heat instantly gets the powder going into the water. Turns from that really thick gelatiny nastiness into this. Okay. Let's just sort of stir these together. Oh man, I'm sleepy. All right. Smells like raspberries. It actually smells quite nice. I hope this will get thicker. I'm a little concerned I put too much puree in this, so this might be a thin layer compared to the other one. I'm a little worried. I could melt some more white chocolate in it to try to thicken it up. Maybe I'll try doing that. So I didn't realize in the instructions, so I combined my raspberries and all that. I didn't realize they actually weighed out only a 1/4 cup once they melted everything, or once they put it through the strainer, so. This doesn't want to melt. It's like, it's not that hot. It'll melt though. Just adding a few extra just to thicken this. I'm worried about the thinness. It's quite thin. And gelatin can only do so much, you know. That's probably okay. I don't know, if it's not okay, it'll be a learning experience. That's what I'll tell myself. A reminder to read the whole recipe. It tastes like raspberry too. Okay, so we're going to fold this in. All right, so I whipped this a little bit more so it's more on the stiff end. in terms of whipped cream. So far I've made 2 different mousses, and I've kind of made a different mistake on each mousse. But at least it's not the same mistake on each mousse. So the old mousse, the chocolate mousse, the whipped cream was a little thin. This mousse, the chocolate's a little thin. It'll be fine, probably. It might not be. We will see. So I'm going to take half of this, throw it here, plop, and I'm going to fold this in. I guess I'll save this bowl and I'll do the white chocolate in it. So, yeah, you can kind of, this is quite thin. I hope this sets. It's not as easy to fold in as the other one for sure. Oh dear. Mistakes may have been made. That's okay. The gelatin will make it set. So here. Sort of lumpy. I think the texture is going to be all off on this one, but that's okay. That's okay. Got like lumps of whipped cream. It's supposed to fold in, but it's just sort of, yeah. Texture is not going to work out. We'll see what happens when it gets cold. The gelatin should set anyway, even though, you know, it's not going to be as fluffy. I don't think it's ruined. It's just not going to be quite the right texture. So let's try to put together the bottom layers. All right, some tasty, very, very tasty. Yeah, I definitely did too much volume. Okay. Chocolate layer. This looks like a beautiful chocolate mousse. Look at the peaks. This is how it's supposed to look. Feel free to judge my raspberry mousse as much as you want. I'm going to go ahead and start chilling this. I'm actually going to put the raspberry mousse in the freezer as well to chill. I'm not going to pour it on top until after this has set. So, put that there. Kind of try to flatten it out. I just want this to set slightly before I put my raspberry mousse on top. It's probably delicious. It's actually very bittersweet. It looks like it'd be sweet. It's actually not very sweet at all. It'll go well, but I'm gonna hope that these top two layers are much sweeter. Ooh, because my brownie layer is very bittersweet chocolate, and then this is also rather bittersweet. Not a lot of sugar going on. Which is probably good. Oh, thanks, Ryan. I think the chocolate mousse came out perfect. This mousse is too thin. This is too thin. I think it'll set, but it's gonna have the wrong texture when it sets, which is unfortunate. I don't have enough ingredients to redo it either. I mean, it will set. It's jiggly. I'm gonna stick it in the freezer to kind of help it along. So those are both in the freezer. I'm gonna make my vanilla mousse now, which is my last mousse, which is good because I'm running out of bowls. All right, vanilla mousse time. I'm gonna need to wash my chocolate mousse holder so that I can actually make my vanilla mousse. This should be, most of the sugar should be in the vanilla mousse and the raspberry mousse. Well, raspberry mousse. The white chocolate's a lot sweeter than the semi-sweet. So this is really going to be where all of my sweetness comes from. If I'm really concerned about the raspberry, I might stick it on top. That way at least the two bottom layers are good, but I don't know. Might not hold up structurally is my concern. So. All right. What I'm going to do now is read my instructions very carefully so I don't screw up this run's ratios. All right. Vanilla bean layer, white chocolate, half cup cream, salt, and honey. White chocolate. So let's do this correctly. I need 256. We round up in this household. Okay, that's 248. I should really buy this in bulk. Like, I go through a lot of white chocolate. 248. I'm gonna go up to 256. There we go. All right, so now I need honey. Well, I need half cup of heavy cream. Let's do that. Let's not go overboard. Stick with a half cup. Measure it out. Hope I have a cup left. It's gonna be close. And I am going with 4 tablespoons of honey. Got that. World's cheapest honey. 4 tablespoons coming up. 1. kind of fun to play with honey. Hey, Dino Mike. Just finished watching the new Spider-Man movie. Nice. I have not seen it yet, or the one before it. But I did see the first one. I am making a chocolate raspberry mousse cake. 3. So it's got a dark chocolate brownie base, dark chocolate mousse, strawberry or raspberry mousse, and then I'm making a vanilla mousse right now. You can tell me what happened. I actually love spoilers. I'm one of those people that wants to know what happens before I go to the movies. So I already know what happens. I've read every single spoiler, entire plot synopsis on all the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, I read a movie before I watch a movie. If I don't know what happens, I don't particularly want to go see a movie. And I'm doing a little bit of salt. And I am microwaving this. Ooh, sticky. Oh, I should get this. Make this not sticky. So, Dino Mike, what is your favorite Triassic period dinosaur? Not Jurassic, Triassic. Alright, I might have enough heavy cream for the last part. I don't know. This is probably done. I don't want to over microwave it. It's bad. Oh, I have to clean my scale. I've got white chocolate everywhere. Yeah, that was enough time in the microwave. All right. Whisk and melted. Do I have to add in vanilla? Yes. 2 teaspoons vanilla. Gelatin. Oh, at the very end, stirring vanilla. Okay. So this is going to be, look, this one's better. I just did too much liquid in the other one. I did too much raspberry puree. I'm very concerned about that layer. It's not the right thickness. I should have just kept adding white chocolate, but then I would have had to heat it again. Oy. This is a complicated cake. This is complicated. It's okay to have one of my 3 mousses screwed up. Just sad that it's the delicious, my favorite mousse that I screwed up. Just too much liquid. Yes, this is this is the density you want from your chocolate. So, because mine has too much liquid, I don't think the other one's gonna set. Concerning. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. I mean, I could remake it, but I don't have enough ingredients, so I actually can't remake it because I don't have enough ingredients. 1 teaspoon. Should be, yeah. 2 teaspoons. Aromatin Siganin. The name sounds like for a mumble rapper. Aroma tin. I could be if I were a rapper, I would be a mumble rapper. I am I have a doctorate. So I gotta go by doctor because no one else calls me doctor. So I gotta be a doctor on my Twitch. And then I don't know, my like nickname when I was playing Switch was Lil Han, which, yeah, kind of the name of a mumble rapper. I'll give you that. It's kind of fun. How are you doing today, Aroma? Anything fun? If I was a mumble rapper, I would rap about baking. Or I would be a better Solarian. I would do the Solarian song from Mass Effect. The very model of a scientist Solarian. But I don't remember all the words. But I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. That is for sure. Do you remember that song? I'm the very model of a scientist Solarian. In biology and something. That was the best. The best song. Alright, here's my gelatin. A little pump, a little Xanax, a little D. It's about the Lil, not the doctor. Yes. Well, I'm Dr. It was like Dr. Dre, but if he'd also gone for Lil. Dr. Lil Dre. I just want the best of both worlds. The little and the doctor. Gelatin time. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite of a gangster. I try my best. I'm just not very gangster. I think Martha Stewart has like way more street cred than me. Alright, so I'm just mixing in the gelatin right now for my vanilla mousse, which is technically not a mousse because I'm using gelatin instead, but it works. So I'm finally done with that. I'll try washing off my failed raspberry mousse from here. It's not that big of a failure. I think my raspberry mousse will be okay. We'll see how thick it gets in the freezer. If it gets thick enough, then we'll know it's good. If it doesn't thicken in the freezer, then we're in trouble. All right, I'm going to start my mixing bowl for whipped cream. That needs about 5 minutes to turn into real stiff peaks. I'm going to put some vanilla. Gonna mix in some vanilla in here. I don't have vanilla bean paste, so I'm gonna use just vanilla extract. You want to avoid adding your vanilla when it's too hot because vanilla is an alcohol. This should be fine. Two teaspoons. All the way up on the speed. Okay. almost there. Whew. Then I'm going to put all of that and I'm going to let it refrigerate. And while it's refrigerating, I'm going to make a really fun spear bread. Alright. Last whipped cream of the day. And that's done. Squooch, squooch. Skeet, skeet. Alright. It's a very complicated cake. My 4 pages of instructions. I feel like I could do this with a custard. Instead of mousse, it would also be very good. But for now, mousse. Right. Following the instructions. Next time I make it, I will be adventurous. Okay. And pour this in. Okay. So you just sort of fold them together. Vanilla, gelatin, whipped cream. Okay. There we go. Add in the last of the whipped cream. It's looking very fine. Very fine. Indeed, very fine. And let's see. I am hopefully done with this bowl because I don't have space. I'm just gonna leave it here. Believe I'm done with that bowl. All of my mousses have been made. They've been moussed. I think the chocolate one was the easiest, like the most traditional looking. These haven't been going in quite as well. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's see how it looks like in the freezer. I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to start stacking. And this looks pretty thin. The chocolate was great. The first chocolate one I made just went into the solution amazingly. Combined with the whipped cream. I might have these ones a little hot. No, I don't. It doesn't feel hot. It does taste good though. That is tasty. All right. Let's put my cake together. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna set. It's already setting. Okay. Okay. So chocolate layer. This is setting nicely. So yeah, this is gonna set. I didn't have to be worried. Why was I worried? raspberry mousse going on top. Might have a weird texture. It'll be okay. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to let this whole thing set. I'm gonna pour the vanilla on top. It's really tasty. It tastes like raspberries and cream and white chocolate. No complaints with that flavor. All right, this one's gonna go on top of that. And then I'm gonna put the whole thing in the freezer to set up for a few hours. And while that's setting, I'm actually gonna make dinner. I'm gonna make some real nice pulled pork empanadas and some Swiss beer bread. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next 2 hours while my cake sets. Okay, I gotta pour this carefully. I don't want to kind of ruin my layers. You can't see what I'm doing. Trust me, it's beautiful. You don't need to see. Okay. Right to the top of my, wow, okay. I am filling this to the top. Wow. Oh, it's actually, so you can see the pink layer. When I take this out of the freezer, hopefully it'll all be set and beautiful. So in the freezer it goes. I actually have a really great freezer for this. The top part's just a pull-out drawer that's flat and shallow. There we go. All right, it's in the freezer. So we're done with our sugary today, and we're gonna make some savory foods. I need to make more savory recipes. So while everything is chilling in the freezer, seems like a great opportunity to make something savory. Just gonna clean up very briefly and start on my quick bread actually. All right. The very last step for my multiple step cake is to make a little bit of ganache and decorate it. So it should look like this when I'm done. We'll see how it actually looks. For now, I'm gonna make something that should take about 15 minutes each. So I'm gonna make a Swiss beer bread, and then I'm gonna make a sausage and cheddar muffins. So I'm gonna preheat my oven to 375. Both of these bake at the same temperature. So that's why I picked these two recipes for my in-between part. So that, right. So what I'm gonna do is start making some cheese bread. Everyone likes cheese, everyone likes bread. What could be better than some cheese bread? Some cheesy, bready, beery goodness. All right, Newt, what beer do you want to drink? Oh, actually I need 12 ounces of beer. So what beer do you not want to drink?
Whatever works best with the recipe.
Let's see, how about, I don't know. any beer. I'll use a dry stout. I'm gonna use a dry stout. So I need 473 mils. Is that 12 ounces?
Oh, no.
473 is more than 12 ounces. Okay. So I'm going to spill beer on myself. $12 ounces is a cup and a half, by the way.
Yes, cup is 8.
Yep. Makes sense. So there's going to be a little beer left over. So I'm going to need some cheese. When you can have the remaining beer in a Lord of the Rings mug. It smells like a beer.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's a very strong beer.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna like it.
Well, it's on the counter for you. Alright. I'm gonna start mixing this up. So I need 4 ounces of Jarlsberg. This is 198 grams. Okay. I'm gonna need some consistency between units of measurement one day. Alright, let's go to ounces. Okay. This is 6.9 ounces. Let me 6.9 ounces. I'm gonna go with 4 ounces. So 2 ounces that I'll cut into cubes. Ugh. There it is. And then 2 ounces that I will shred. Should be maybe 2 ounces. 1.5 ounces. It's actually pretty close. 2 ounces. All right. Then another 2 ounces. Which I will shred. Oh, should be about that much. 2.3, I'll accept it. All right. So my cheese shredder. I'm going to slice this into cubes. I'll just do it on my countertop. It's very soft cheese. Just some Jarlsberg. Just going through, chopping it up. So this bread is a quick bread. It doesn't have any yeast in it, but it sounds fun. It's got beer in it. It's got cheese in it. I don't know what more you could want from a bread. Like, that just sounds good to me already. So I'm gonna fold in cubed and shredded cheese. All right, so I will put this in here then until I'm ready. And we're gonna start shredding. This is usually the longest part of a cheese recipe for me. I'm not very good at shredding cheese. This is soft cheese though, so it's easy. It is easy. Those Swiss, they make good cheese. Ooh, cheese. So for a lot of these recipes, the effort is in getting the ingredients ready. Because really, once these ingredients are ready, you just combine them and you go. But shredding the cheese, prepping the beer, it all takes a while. And it takes a while in the oven. Maybe I should grab some more. This outer shell is always a little hard. Just go down to the very edge. Alright, that's probably as much cheese. I had a little few extra ounces there anyway. Alright, basically the rind. We don't want the rind. Alright, I need this for my next cheese project. So, like so finely shredded. Shredding it by hand, I think, is better than buying the shredded, but it does take a lot of effort, so no judgment if you don't feel like doing that. You can just add a little liquid to your store-bought shredded cheese and it will work fine. All right, so I'm gonna add flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and pepper. So let me grab that. Sugar. Oh, I have everything right here. What am I thinking? All right, I need 3 tablespoons of sugar. The tablespoon is right here. Can you tell me how much in grams 2 tablespoons of butter is? When you get a chance. I got a while. 1, 2. Okay, oven's at temperature. 3 tablespoons sugar. 3 teaspoons baking powder. Okay, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Right.
2 tablespoons of butter is 28.35 grams.
28.35. Thanks. So put in 1/2 teaspoon. So putting in 1 teaspoon. 1.5 teaspoons. Salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. So this is going to be a very savory bread. Salt and pepper and beer and cheese. Quarter teaspoon. Yeah, close enough. 2.5. And a little extra. It's fine. It's pepper. It's tasty. Alright, and I need 3 cups of flour. One cup. 2 cups. And 3 cups of flour. Alright, so I just gotta mix this. I use this spatula. Then I will add the beer to combine it. The beer is the only liquid here. Then I add the cheese, stir it all together, and I put it in a pan. Quick breads are quick. Look at that nice foamy beer. The other quick breads you can do are like the Irish soda breads, which work by combining an acid with baking soda, and that's how they rise. This one I think is going to rise from the beer. We'll see. We'll see if this works. I've never made anything like this. This is from a recipe online. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, it might not work. It's kind of making a weird dough. It smells very strongly of beer. So now, I mean, this is a dough. I'm probably going to have to knead it a little bit. There's no yeast, but I gotta get everything combined, which is hard. It's not the easiest. So let's just sort of, yeah, it's just easier to just do it by hand. More mess, less effort. Kind of how that works. It's gonna be a very pretty brown loaf though. I think this will be good. I like the texture. I think this will be a good bread. Okay, let me grab that cheese. Now this is ready. Okay, so cheese in. So I got my big clumps of cheese, which will kind of melt and leave some nice chunks of cheese, which will be delicious. And then I've got my shredded cheese, which will go throughout. So let me put this where you guys can appreciate. Oh, I'm just gonna spill cheese everywhere. It's okay, I vacuumed today, so that means I don't have to vacuum for another month, no matter how messy I make it. I think that's the rules. Okay, I'm gonna combine. This looks like a weird dough. I kind of love it. I'm making weird things I've never made before, so that's exciting. And Newt will eat it, and he will tell me what he thinks of it. And hopefully he likes it. So I'm going to prep a tray for this. I could put it in a loaf, but I think I'm actually just gonna make like a nice round loaf out of it, like a traditional soda bread. The recipe I'm following puts it in a loaf pan, but I'd rather just make a pretty soda bread. So let me get some of this dough off me. All right. That was nice and quick. It's a quick bread. All right. I'm gonna put down. I think I will put down a parchment paper. I'll use a silicone mat. Silicone mat, it is. Okay, so round this into a little ball. Will be nice and pretty. Cheese and beer in a bread. Cannot go better. I mean, what more could you want on a Saturday evening than a big old loaf of cheese and beer bread? Okay. It's just kind of trying to tuck in the cheese so the outside is bread and the cheese is mostly inside, but I don't know how well that's working, so down it goes. Tuck that in. Keep your cheese inside. I'm gonna cut a nice big X. That's what you do with a soda loaf. So I'm gonna do that here. And then stick it in the oven. So let's cut it. Actually, I'm gonna do like a cool little swirl, I think. Here. Cut here. Oh, sorry. Nice deep cut. And then here. It's my. We'll see what it looks like when it bakes. It should draw some pretty lines though. Alright, I tried my best. It's a weird loaf, and it's going in the oven. Okay. So that's not so bad. So then I was gonna make sausage and cheddar muffins. These are to feed my husband as he gets hungry. What I'm gonna do here is I gotta fry up some sausage, and then I will have to put these in muffin cups and make the whole thing. So I'm gonna fry up some sausage. The muffin pan, I kind of need to clean. So I guess I'll do that while the sausage cools, because that's a good time for it. And I'm gonna just fry up a bunch of breakfast sausage. I'm basically meal prepping. All the meals I normally make. I'm just making them now. Move this here. There we go. Really try not to put this over here because sometimes my camera falls over. So I'm just gonna fry up some breakfast sausage. This has in direction. Stovetop. Preheat. Add sausages. Cook. Alright. That seems simple. Then I'll have to fry them up, chop them up, and throw them into my muffins. So I started off last week making some savory muffins, and those were a favorite of Newt's. He loves savory muffins. So let's try another more complicated savory muffin. See if we can get the perfect savory muffin down. So I could cut this open. Yes, get rid of the skin. Oh, I don't know if I have enough time to do that for them all. Okay, I do if I could grab a knife. All right. We're getting rid of our sausages this way. I'm just getting rid of the casing. It'll make it a lot easier. Chop them up. I wonder if I can just kind of sklooge it. Yep, that's easier. All right. Sklooging them out is officially easier, so that's what is happening right now. Someone put a lot of effort putting this sausage into casing, and I am undoing all of their effort like a monster. I guess I could have bought ground pork, but my store didn't have any. My store has very limited stuff, so this is what I get. Oh, I'm getting better at this. Over half done. It's good, because I don't want to burn any. Okay. I can smell it starting to burn a little, so I gotta stir it. But my hands are covered. Alright. That should go there. Okay. Let's finish the last three. Oh, Duke, you going to bed? Alright, I will send you a picture of the mousse cake when it comes out of the freezer. I will send you a nice picture of it, and Yeah, have a great night, dudes. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the cheer, hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so these are our breakfast sausages. They're pre-seasoned. I don't have to deal with anything, which is the best. Bye, dudes. Alright. Sausage! Sausage is delicious and done. Okay. That is gonna sit there for a while. Ooh. Breakfast chocolate. It's a decision. No, so my dessert is setting in the freezer right now. So I'm making breakfast muffins to while I'm waiting for it to set. Let's see. Yeah. Back over here. Yes. I am not gonna put the sausage in my mousse cake. But I will eat my sausage before eating my mousse cake. So yeah, all I'm doing is I'm just waiting for my mousse cake to set. It's a bit bold. Yeah, I don't know. Chocolate and sausage. I know chocolate and bacon was a big deal a while ago. I don't know how I feel about it. Anyway, I am just making some sausage muffins while I'm waiting. I promise I will not put the sausage into my mousse. That's just wrong. Alright, I will make everything else though. Alright. Doing 2 cups of flour in here. So I like all the sugary stuff, but my husband doesn't, so I have to make him savory stuff to balance out the sugary stuff. Two tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, don't need quite that much. There we go. Tablespoon. Yeah, mole sauce. I think I had mole. We had chocolate mole sauce when I visited you. From that food cart by the beach, and it was delicious. 3/4 teaspoon salt. One quarter. 2/4. 3/4. I actually just had a barbecue place, which was like trying to do a mole sauce. But their barbecue sauce was like really bitter. I did not like it. I did not. I don't know why they made their sauce so bitter. I don't know. I'm a little bitter about it. So here's this. Just kind of mixing this in. And I'm going to make egg, milk, and cheese and melted butter. Let's see, my 28.4 grams for every 2 tablespoons. I'll just do 28.4 twice because I can't add right now. My brain. I'm tired. No, units, ounces, no, grams. 28.4 grams. Okay, that's another 28. Wait, is that all the... Oh, no. I'm gonna microwave this. I do not want any of my aluminum foil on there. No, thank you. Okay. 28 grams. 3 grams. It is warm in here. Probably the oven. 6 grams. That should do it. Cool. Melty. Alright. And I'm gonna need a cup of whole milk, 1 large egg. See if my buttermilk is still good. Yeah, should be fine. I'm gonna use buttermilk. Cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk just adds a lot of flavor. I'm gonna do a whole egg. Breakfast sausages are so good. And if they're salty and they're sweet. Alright, gotta clean my muffin pan. For some unknown reason, didn't clean last time. Guess I could use my other muffin tray, because this one is just, alright. I will use my other muffin tray, and then I will hand wash that one at a later point. Buttermilk in dishes. Just, oh, yeah. Drinking a glass of buttermilk would be pretty nasty. I don't think I would enjoy that. Especially now that I've added a egg to it. It would be a bit much. Okay. Melt this butter in. Okay, and I need 1 cup of shredded cheese. I'm just going to use the shredded cheese from the fridge. I don't have any sharp cheddar to shred. And 1 cup is a lot. My poor arm muscles if I was shredding a cup of cheese. I don't think my arms would make it. I'm gonna combine the butter first, because my milk is cold, so I'm gonna try to prevent my butter from solidifying by kind of mixing it in first. Buttermilk and egg, and I'm gonna need 1 whole cup of shredded cheese. This will be at the end. 1 cup here. I'm actually surprised that the store near me has so much buttermilk. Like, they have 2 different fat percentages of buttermilk just in the regular store. In the dairy aisle. I didn't think it was that popular of a thing to buy, but apparently it's popular enough to have a 10% and an 18% milk fat. Let's see how this is going. It's going to be like a scone batter. Shouldn't be that liquidy. And then I will use my cookie dropper and I will stick it in a muffin tin. And I will throw it in the oven. Then I'll have breakfast for a few days at least. Maybe a week. Okay. Trying to avoid over mixing. Cup of cheese, and I need a cup of sausage. Sausage, so delicious. A cup is actually quite a bit of sausage. I don't batch cook. Yeah. I kind of batch cook. I kind of get sick of I don't like leftovers very much. So I'm not a massive fan of batch cooking, but I just end up batch cooking because I'll eat like one a day and my husband will eat one a day, and then a small recipe lasts forever. But I don't like to do the like meal prepping. I tried it. I don't like it because I just get sick of it. You make like 20 chicken breasts in a giant steam pot of broccoli, and then every day you have broccoli, rice, chicken breast in your pre-made containers, and it's just sad. I don't like to do it. I need variety. Anyway, here are my breakfast muffins. Those will be nice and tasty. All right. Let's go ahead and find a muffin pan that's not filthy. I do have many muffin pans, so should not be hard. All right, muffin pan. Okay. Just one scoop. They should be nice and savory. I feel like they should have garlic powder or something in them. There's not a lot of seasoning, but maybe the sausage will come through enough that it won't matter. This is breakfast sausaging, so it does have a lot of flavor. Come on. Hey Button, how's it going? How are you doing? Hey, thanks for the bits. It's my first affiliate stream. I am doing good. I've got my mousse, chocolate mousse cake. So I made a dark chocolate brownie base with a chocolate mousse, a raspberry mousse, and a vanilla mousse on top. That is chilling in the freezer, and while that's going, I am making 2 savory recipes. One which is in the oven. It is a Swiss beer bread with cheese, and right now I am making breakfast muffins. They've got breakfast sausage, cheddar cheese, and yeah, that's about it actually. Just that. That should be good. Hey, Newt, Button says hi. He was hanging out. Hey, Shane, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. You're just joining in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Once this is in, I'll be pretty chill for a while. Actually, I'm gonna have to check on the stuff in the freezer, see how it's going. Just kind of doing this now. What are you up to, Button? I saw when I came back to the store, you were done playing Skyrim, but there we go. These are breakfast muffins. They've got sausage, they've got cheese. Look at all the things you can do while you're waiting for your cakes to freeze. Oh my, the cheese is leaking out. Oh, that looks really good actually. All right. Let's see. What do I have left to do? Not a lot, actually. I gotta put my cheese away. Gotta put my butter away. Let me check on how my cake is doing. So I was just making two savory things real fast. Ooh, after dinner drinks. I have a small amount of beer left over from my Swiss baking, and it is in a Lord of the Rings mug. What are you having, Button? Oh, this is feeling pretty good. I'm just gonna give that like another 10 minutes or so, and it's just gonna be done. And I can decorate it. So I guess I should make my ganache. That's the last thing to make for my cake, is just a ganache. Simple, easy to make. And then I'll do the moment of truth where I get to open my cake up. And snack on breakfast sausage. That the soda bread I made with beer and Swiss cheese is it's interesting. It's looking interesting. Thinking mead. Cameron got you in the mood for it. You should have some mead. There's actually some really cool new like craft mead breweries which are making all sorts of interesting flavors. I think I tried a like raspberry mead that I liked a lot. There's a bunch of flavors. Give them a try. What am I making? Oh, I need my recipe. All right, I need to finish with a ganache. I need a fancy ganache, so I need some semi-chocolate. The last thing I'm making for today. So it's kind of something to celebrate. Blueberry and holiday spice mead. Traditional is already in the fridge. Go for a traditional mead. That sounds good. Can't go wrong with traditional mead. Let's see, what fancy chocolate? I can go with a nice Belgian chocolate I have. All right, so I need 113 grams of chocolate. So I have this really nice Belgian chocolate. So this is kind of like the ganache on top of the cake. So I'm gonna use up my Belgian, so, 148, so I only need 114. So I'll have a little bit of Belgian chocolate left. Nice. Okay. One wafer at a time. And breakfast sausage. I guess I could show you the oven. It's pretty in there. Let me try to show you the oven. I'm not the best with the camera, but I will try to show you some of the bread going on. It's real interesting. The bread is rising. It's like a soda bread. That is me. All right. Down we go to the oven. Oven cam. I should work out a smarter way to oven cam, but this is something. And now you're looking at the floor. Oven cam. So you can kind of see my like Swiss cheese coming out of the bread, which is fun. But let's see, maybe a little. Nope, that makes it worse. All right, no light. Dual bread. Yeah, I got muffins on the bottom, and I've got a quick bread on top. Yeah, both of them are cheese recipes. Cheese based. I love cheese. I will never apologize for loving cheese. All right, I gotta step over my cords and get some heavy cream. Ugh. All right. I might not have enough. 113 mils. How much is that? Oh, that's only a half cup. That's a little under a half cup. All right, I'll be good. I'll be good. Hey, Shane, thanks for the bits. That's really nice of you. How are you doing? I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you're having fun. I'm 100 mils is a third cup. I need a third cup. I'm gonna have to supplement with some lower fat percentage cream because I'm running low here. How are you doing, Shane? Are you a baker yourself? So I have some 10% cream, so I'm going to use some of this along with my heavy. And I'll just use slightly less. It's a lower fat percentage, so it's not ideal for making a ganache, but it should work out. So that's quarter cup, and then I'm going to do a little less. Hungry from the food. Yes. All the food is looking good. I'm happy with how everything, how everything has turned out so far. Yeah, I haven't seen you around, Shane. Are you baker, hanging out? Just like to see how things are made. Yes, I'm Dr. Lohan. I'm not a mumble rapper like some people think. I'm trying to prep for the Great Canadian Baking Show, so I'm making all sorts of recipes I've never made before. Just trying to, learn different techniques. So right now I'm making some savory food, and I'm making a really fancy mousse cake. So this is going to be the top ganache for my mousse cake. Kind of the finishing touch of the mousse cake. And my mousse cake's in the freezer right now. It's actually almost done. I've just been making some savory food while I'm waiting for that to cool. Let's see, I might need to microwave this again. Another 30 seconds. All right, 30 more seconds. We'll get this going. Hey, the muffins are rising. I'm a little bit worried about the bread. You can kind of see the cheese like leaking out of the quick bread, which is exciting. I'm not sure how that's gonna taste. I think it'll taste good, but I really don't know. Cheesy goodness. that is the only thing that is guaranteed when I cook you something for breakfast. There will be cheese. It will be good. I had to do a lower percentage fat. I might have to add some chocolate to get this to the right texture. It's a little thin for the ganache. I'm gonna add like 1 or 2 chocolate pieces just to get this to the right consistency because it is less fat. I had to use some 10% fat. Full cream is 33% fat, so it's a little thinner. Let's just thicken it up. I want my ganache horrible, but I also want it to solidify quite quickly. That's looking good. Alright, maybe I will check on the bread, see how that's doing, before I try, because once I take that cake out of the freezer, if it's not set, you know, you get one try. So, it's a little nerve-wracking. So I am trying to give it a lot of time to set. It has been in the freezer for over an hour, and it only needs to be in the refrigerator for 3 hours, so it should be approaching setting time. I'm just whisking up my ganache. See, this is going. Ganache. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, I added an extra 4 pieces. Then I'm gonna step over here, and I'm gonna try taking out the bread. Making sure that's good. I eat some ganache though. Ganache is so tasty. It's just like hot chocolate. Yeah, the cake. I've wanted to make a cake like this for so long, but I didn't have the equipment, so I finally bought all the equipment so I can make it. And I'm so excited. All right, let's raise this back up. Let's see how everything's doing. So yeah, this one. My camera stand is actually quite nice. Even if it is meant for Instagrammers, it's still nice. It's not its fault. Oh, actually, this can just bend. All right. That's my space. Let's try my bread. All right. Gonna pull the bread out. It should be done. I move some stuff around so there's space. There should be plenty of space now. It is hard to tell when when a bread like this is done. Can I turn it over? I think it's done. But let me put something down so I can I'll show you guys the bread. This is the most ridiculous bread I've ever made. This is, well, it claims it's a Swiss bread. I don't know if I believe it. But it's got Swiss cheese in it. It's got beer in it. It smells good. It's a loaf of bread. So that hollow sound, that's what you want from bread. It means it's probably baked well. So, Newt, you want to try some really weird bread? I saved you some beer.
Yeah, I'll take the beer too. I forgot that the beer was here.
All right.
I forgot.
Here. Can you hang this back up? And give me a cutting board. Oh, I gotta move your muffins up a level. Because the bottom of the oven tends to burn. So, move them to the middle.
It's a pretty nice beer. Which one is this?
It is the tea stout.
Tea stout.
Oh, actually, can you give me the bigger cutting board? You finish it. Yes. I bake with the beer, and Newt will finish drinking all the beers. All right, we got a loaf. We've got a loaf.
This is a nice one. Come
hang out with me. We're gonna cut. It's time to show everything I've made, so come hang out while I do it. Okay, so this is cheese. There's just cheese coming out of this bread.
I'm gonna stand to the side
it's
here.
Not the prettiest bread I've ever made. I think it'd be appropriate for Halloween, and you could like say it's maggots or something. All right, don't say that your bread has maggots in it.
Cheese chunks.
Cheese chunks. Cheese.
Well, you should probably I don't know. Oh, it's steamy.
Steamy goodness. Oh, that's
hot.
That's hot. But it's baked. It's baked well, and there's cheese. Want some? That's actually tasty.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a nice bread. This actually tastes really good.
There's nothing like fresh bread, you know, like everywhere that sells bread, they really emphasize that it's like fresh bread baked today because bread tastes so good fresh out of the oven. And this is no exception. This is really good.
It's really good. So this is the recipe. It's not very many ingredients, and it's really good. I used a stout. Actually, sometimes this camera works better. I used a stout to make it. A strong flavored beer, and you can taste the beer. It's like a caramel flavor. Caramel hoppy flavor.
A little bit.
And there's Jarlsberg cheese in it. It's quite good. It is a really tasty bread. It's maybe not beautiful.
Can I get a chunk with cheese?
Yeah, you want to take that bite?
Yeah, let me see what the cheese does with it.
It's interesting. Actually, yeah, so the cheese isn't that oily. I think that's because it's Jarlsberg. Yeah. But, no, it came out quite nice. Just kind of eat the cheese.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, the cheese tastes like cheese.
It tastes like cheese in a bread.
Yeah, it's good.
I would still dip it in a cheese sauce though. A beer, you know, like a beer cheese sauce, that would go really well. Yeah, it's not that oily of a cheese. It's really good.
Mm.
I'm a fan. Wow. You want another slice?
Yeah, sure. It's a big slice.
Oh, I'll cut some off for me. And look, the cheese just kind of like melts in the middle. It's nice. It's honestly nice. And you don't need any butter with it or anything. It's quite nice. Cheesy goodness in my bread.
Mm-hmm. We need a lot of help eating the rest of this.
It does. It reminds me of pretzels dipped in cheese bread, beer cheese. That's what it reminds me of the most.
A little bit.
The texture is different.
Yeah, it doesn't have the consistency of pretzels, but yeah. Taste-wise, I guess I get what you're saying.
Taste-wise, it's a lot like a beer cheese. Yeah.
So much of the pretzel experience is that consistency, though.
True. Now, there's no way we're going to finish this entire loaf. We're going to have to...
Oh, yeah?
You're going to finish the whole loaf?
No.
We're going to have to enlist help on eating all that. All right. Do you think my cake?
Those are the muffins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was the cake on the other layer?
The cake's in the freezer.
Oh, the cake's in the freezer. Oh, that makes sense.
I'm scared to take it out. Because once I unwrap it, I can't rewrap it. I would mail you this bread button. I don't think it would make it there. But I can give you the recipe. Next best thing, right? All right. Will you stand here for moral support?
Ooh.
I need your moral support.
So, what's the deal here?
All right, this is my cake, and it's beautiful.
Looking good so far. So, I guess we're supposed to, like, hope it holds together when you remove the mold?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So this is the scary part.
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
Opposite side of the continent, yeah. Oh. I mean...
Still North America.
Still North America. Different country. Still North America.
So far, so good.
Woo! Okay. This is going to be scary. Oh, come on. No, come on. Let go. Let go. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whew. Okay, actually I'm going to lower the camera. Let's do this. Cake time!
Okay, but that's not really removing the mold because you got another.
I know, I've got an acetate layer. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Oh. Yeah,
I'm kind of scared.
I'm scared.
Please. Please, no. Not bad.
Yay!
I think
I think
it's okay.
I think it's okay. It's not in the center anymore. Okay, it doesn't want to be in the center.
That's fine.
So
I'd say
it's fine.
You got this obsession that things have to be centered or something? Looks good.
It looks fine. It looks fine.
Looks good where it is.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
Ooh, drizzling chocolate. Did you temper it?
I did not temper it. I did not.
I can tell it doesn't have the shininess
So
tempered chocolate.
rude.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So rude.
I'm kidding.
So hurtful.
First of all, I can't tell the difference.
Oh yeah. This is the stuff. Okay. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice.
Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
Pretty nice.
Oh, we're gonna put raspberries
I'm
on
gonna
the
put
top.
raspberries on the top.
Oh man.
Oh man. Okay, but the question is, upside down? Yes.
I think so, right?
Why is that even a question?
I don't know. I like it.
Oh man. This is so fancy. This is like the fanciest cake I've ever made. And that's including the kidney cake I made. But that was anatomically correct.
It was.
It wasn't classy. This is the classiest cake I've ever made.
This is a nice cake. Isn't this similar to the portal cake that doesn't exist?
What cake? Oh, yeah, I think so. It looks similar. But that cake is a lie.
True.
This cake is real. I'm selecting the best berries. This cake is not a lie. It is right here. Woo!
I guess it's pretty different.
Look at my cake.
It just reminded me of it.
It's so pretty.
Oh yeah, that's a cake right there. That's a nice cake.
That's a professional cake. And you got breakfast muffins.
Nice.
All right, I gotta take pictures of it,
Oh yeah.
and then I have to cut it.
And then take more pictures of it.
I gotta all right, I need a picture that doesn't have a giant disaster in the background. Impossible because my entire kitchen is a disaster right now. It's so pretty. I'm just happy with it. So it's basically, I'm just happy. It's pretty. It's so pretty, and I'm happy. Green screen photo. We do have a green screen.
We do.
I don't know that it would work well for photos of a cake. Are you ready to try a cake?
I am ready to try a cake.
It's so pretty. This is like my dream cake. It's beautiful. Someone should just sing it like a James Blunt song. Okay, I need the very long knife. Okay, I'm just gonna cut out a slice. So soft.
Fluffy.
Okay, the bottom layer, very thick. Okay. Come on. I'm concerned about the mousse. No, the raspberry mousse is collapsing. Oh, the raspberry mousse collapsed.
That's all good. Presentation really only matters until you start cutting into it.
True. Yeah, the raspberry mousse is
If
a
you ask me.
little thin.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Actually, like...
It's pretty good.
I can see the outer layers really well, but when you look at the inner layers, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh no, it's all like smudged together.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to show the camera.
Smudged. It kind of fell apart when I got myself a piece. It's so pretty though.
That's a nice one.
But I knew that when I made it that the raspberry one was a little thin. So the chocolate one set perfect. It's all nice and thick. This is a perfect mousse. The raspberry mousse is a little thin.
Oh, there's enough for all of you.
There's enough for everyone.
There's more than enough for all.
It's just you were very rude and did not show up on time. That is a it's very raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, the only one with the correct texture is the chocolate one. These ones are a little grainy.
What are all of the layers? There's 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, chocolate, raspberry, and vanilla.
Vanilla. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Smush some into the camera. I think the chocolate mousse came out perfect. The raspberry mousse was a little grainy. And the vanilla mousse, what's the vanilla mousse? Vanilla mousse is also a little grainy. So I think I gotta practice my mousses because I got 1 out of 3 right. But the cake looks perfect. And the ganache on top is really good. You try it? Tell me what you think.
Let's try.
That's the brownie layer.
That's a really thick layer. I think that's part of the one that I already tried, but did I try it before it was baked or after it was baked?
I tried the brownie when it was baked.
Yeah. I had to have been.
This isn't like perfect, but it's a good try, and I think it's decorated very nice. Maybe I should try making mousse the traditional way with the egg white powder and everything, rather than the gelatin way. Because the gelatin, maybe it was too hot when I added the mousses.
Yeah, chocolate's nice. Brownie layer's a little hard.
Yeah, the brownie layer is very dense.
Raspberry mousse seems okay. I think it's only grainy because of the raspberries it was made from. Maybe mixed a little bit more.
Maybe.
I only tried the chocolate again. Yeah, I agree. Like the chocolate mousse has a stronger flavor, almost like the raspberry and the vanilla are like.
Yeah, I don't think I like the recipe as much. Like, I don't think that, like, I think the recipe I'm following, they did the chocolate really well, but then I don't think their other 2 mousses are very good.
I think they're okay. Like, they're just not as strongly flavored.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're great. I don't know. I don't know a lot about, like, mousse and what it should be.
Well, I think I did good. It did good. It tried its best. It's set up. The chocolate mousse, I don't think is going to go anywhere. This mousse is soft enough that it might.
Regardless of like maybe the fact that the top 2 layers aren't as thick as they should be, it tastes really good.
It does.
Like you can taste all the layers separately and they all taste good.
All the flavors.
Yeah. And I guess maybe if the top 2 layers were a little thicker, the cake would hold together a little better.
It would. I think it's going to fall apart when it gets
eventually,
warmer. Yeah. It'll just sort of melt.
And the bottom layer might be, it's just so dense.
Yeah, I think the bottom should have been like a sponge cake, not a brownie. So I think the brownie's too dense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. I'm not sure why the chocolate, like why did the chocolate set better? It's a different recipe, the dark chocolate, this one.
Right.
But it definitely set, like it's set. It is a solid mousse.
Right.
I'm not sure how different the recipe was, like, but definitely set differently. What did I do differently for that one? I think the only thing I did differently is I let the chocolate mixture cool for a little bit more.
And it didn't tell you to do that for the other 2?
It did, but I mean, they were mostly room temperature, so it's not like I was heating them up.
Is it
that
like
much.
you made one first and then you baked them all at the same time?
I made the chocolate first, but it also is more. No, same amount of chocolate. It's the same amount of chocolate, but it's less liquid. I think this is a problem with the recipe because it's more heavy cream and less liquid. Like this one has less heavy cream, but they've replaced some of it with a 1/4 cup of raspberry puree. And this one, it's less heavy cream, and they added honey in. So and then vanilla extract. So I think that extra liquid made a huge difference. And the less fat.
Yeah.
I think it's a recipe thing. All right. Well, I'm going to move this over here. I have finished. Wow, you ate like all of it.
Yeah, I realized that maybe I shouldn't be eating that much of it. It's very thick.
It's very, very thick.
And rich and stuff.
All right. That was a good first attempt. And I also have made breakfast muffins. So these are ready. They're just muffins with sausage and cheese. They're going to be delicious for breakfast. And I made them while the cake was setting in the freezer, so that is fun.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my stream. I think that's enough streaming for one day. Savory, sweet, savory. Exactly. You can't have too much sweet. It's bad for you. I think the ganache on top's the best part. Probably because of the Belgian chocolate and the raspberries. Belgian chocolate.
That is like the sweetest thing you can be eating.
Yes,
this cake.
This cake.
It's probably the max sweet.
It's very rich, super rich.
I mean, you can always make it sweeter, but like you shouldn't. Like this is max. This is max sweet, right?
Unless you want the diabetes. Yeah. All right. Thanks for being here, Button, and Marvel, and Shane. It was awesome having you around too. Oh, the diabetes. I've got the sugars. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end my stream. I've got a lot of sugar to eat and a lot of savory to eat. I'll catch you guys around, either next time I stream or next time you stream. I'll see you around, and thanks for joining in. And I will see you next time. Bye.